So we're at art gallery. I'm gonna skate these ledges and skate flat and talk about habits skateboarders should do, but they don't. So me personally, I have a terrible habit of bringing water on the session, or I have to buy it mid-session when I'm just super fired up and getting tricks and learning tricks at a skate park I've never been to, or a spot that is not near a convenience store, and I don't want to leave the sesh because I'm too fired up. Right. You need to bring water on the sesh for longevity, and that's a fact. And especially have nutrient-rich meals. There's been way too many times when I don't have water and I'm eating sugar, empty stomach, and I'm still skateboarding and I'm still motivated to skate, but it's that fatigue's hitting and you're just pushing through the fatigue still. You're not recovering at all, and you got to go home, but you live far away, and you're broke, so you still don't eat food. These are things we need to overcome because you need to take care of your mental well-being. So water, and I even blessed it with lime juice. That's incredible, just to make it that much healthier, because I'm really trying to progress and get better at my mental well-being. That's a big one. Wow, I am just incredibly excited about this. I don't even care anymore. I've made it a habit. I had to go through discomfort and carry this thing. And now I just feel like a G walking around with this, skating around with this in my hand. I'm just like, yeah, I care that much about skateboarding and longevity and my health. I do this. So skateboard maintenance, realistically, you need to take care of your board. Make sure it's tight, you know. We should learn these things. We should know how to take care of our equipment, which we do full well. But what about, let me ask you this. What if I asked you, have you lubricated your bearings recently? And guess what you'd say? No, I haven't. Who does that? Exactly. That might help you. What if I asked you, you got razor tail. Look, I chipped my board. I could probably glue it shut so that I would retain its shape. But guess what? I'm not interested. I don't have the supplies to clamp it down and glue it properly. So I will leave it. And guess what? What if I lost a bolt to my skateboard and I was part of a 3-bolt gang or even 2-bolt gang? What would I do? I would leave it and continue skateboarding. And that's a problem because I'm not a 3-bolt or 2-bolt gang. I like the symmetry of the 4-bolt gang. But when it happens, negligence trumps. So let's take care of this so I don't go 3-bolt gang. Cross training would actually benefit us too. A lot of international athletes are doing cross training like cardio, physio. They also have the budget for it. Typically their sponsors cater to that. That's their career. Makes sense. That being said,
let me just at least get a switch flip.
There isn't that much of a cost to barrier if you just practice these things. You could be weight training, going to the gym. That's a bit excessive because I'm not personally keen on going to the gym. But that will change because with time,
because I know how to switch flip 50-50.
Like going for runs and cardio can enhance your performance for long-term sessions or just ripping down the street without having to stop so much. And then to top that off, yoga is only a benefit because it's going to increase your balance and your breathing techniques, which is going to make you more skilled in skating. Whether it enhances you on the most insane level or not, that's to be tried and tested for yourself. But there's more things we neglect, so let's discover them.
Oh, breakdancing.
I just wanted to do that. I'm going to be like the population who comes here to art gallery and sits down on these stairs and watches people. They eat, they nourish themselves, they relax, they recover, and they watch the skateboarders do the opposite. That's a problem we also face, is rest and recovery. We're constantly ignoring that. I think as skateboarders, we have so much fun skating, and it's just a natural thing that we do. We don't overthink it. We don't consider it as like a fitness model or a way to exercise. We just do it because we love it, and it certainly does take a beating on your body, and it's very important to recover and treat it like you're an athlete. But as skateboarders, we don't consider ourselves athletes, many of us, the majority of us, and we should, because it's pretty hectic out here. If you don't rest and recover, you're not going to have the best capability and space to commit to new tricks or spots. So instead of pushing through the pain and the fatigue like all of us do in skateboarding way too much, take care of yourself and rest and recover. Try and find breaks so that you can go the distance. I know skateboarding is fun. We need to take care of ourselves, so let's find other habits that we neglect. Stretching or warming up before the session and stretching after the session. These are behaviors that only would benefit us, but typically we just forget about it and get on with our days and ignore the benefits of these things. Today, because I'm feeling a little sore, I'm going to stretch. But that's a bad example because I'm going to stretch because I'm sore. But I should have stretched before I got sore. Warming up, like jogging or skipping, I don't often do. I don't even own a skipping rope. I mean, most people probably do not. And I don't like to show up to the spot or the park and take time out of potentially skating and having fun immediately versus delaying that gratification. It's a problem. We should be delaying the gratification in skateboarding for the sake of elasticity and performance enhancing capabilities as a skateboarder. All right, so not only that is you're gonna avoid injury by stretching and warming up because your body's gonna be more flexible to do the actions that you're going to do. As you age, it's going to be more risky not to be doing these habits, and I do not have that experience. I typically don't do these things. I am the very target of this video. Like you would go to the school of business to learn and educate yourselves and progress and grow as an individual, an intelligent student. You might also want to consider building habits like tracking your progress, making SMART goals in skateboarding. If you create goals, then you can actually progress at a rate that might be more of a good equity curve, you might say, for success. But knowing as skateboarders, we're just sporadic and we just show up and appear at spots, it's very uncommon for us to track progress and rate ourselves. The thing about tracking progress is it's supposed to keep you motivated. Naturally, skateboarders are heavily motivated, and just the fun of skating is motivation enough. Learning tricks is very exciting, and so the only thing you want to do is learn more tricks. This isn't a school of business, but it is a school of athleticism, and it wouldn't hurt to track your progress with goals. So think like a student and apply it to your skateboarding. That's actually just a habit we don't do at all. If we're making a video for Instagram and we watch it over and over again, if somebody airdrops the clip to us, we'll probably analyze it to the T, just to understand how cool and fresh we look skating, and possibly look at how we actually flicked our board and was able to do what we wanted to do and get that clip. Especially if it took some time, we usually study it more. But realistically, we should just be naturally recording ourselves and reviewing it and studying ourselves. Like when I would play Skate 3, I would hit replay mode over and over again to watch how they set up their feet. Or in other YouTube videos, slow motion helps you find out how other people are landing their tricks, distributing their balance and weight, and landing bolts. Ultimately, that's what we want to do. So I mean, it's not going to hurt to record yourself to improve and study the trick that you want to get better at. Similarly to how we don't rest and recover and take care of our bodies, we also don't wear safety gear for most of the time. Pretty much took off from surfing, and surfers don't wear padding, so they never thought to put them together in the street setting. But it also wasn't as high impact as it is today. So technology increased, but skateboarders' willingness to protect themselves did not change. That's kind of crazy. But also skating different disciplines matters, like street culture, not a good track record of padding and safety gear, but transition skating, vert ramps, bowls, pools, that's more accepted and people rip, and it's a lot gnarlier. Arguably, they would argue that street skating is also gnarlier. Padding is pretty essential for falling on your knees and just taking care of yourself when you're ripping, flying out as a surfer would. So that's one thing that we should consider more is safety gear if you want to create good habits. But knowing that skateboarding isn't based on that in its historical sense is a lot of the reasons why we do not wear pads. That's something to consider. What if you show up to the spot and you forgot your wax, and the ledge doesn't just have wax like somebody skated it yesterday on it? What are you gonna do? You need to take responsibility, and that's what this video is all about, is taking responsibility for the betterment of skateboarder habits. So that's why I want to make this video, so you can skate better, get better, and have more fun and health. So heel flip.